On January 25th, the state of Alabama is going to be the first place in the world to attempt an execution method that even veterinarians won't use on animals because of ethical concerns. 58-year-old Kenneth Smith will be executed by nitrogen hypoxia. Basically, he'll wear a gas mask and breathe pure nitrogen until he suffocates. So how did we get here? Smith was convicted in the 1988 murder-for-hire plot to kill a pastor's wife in Colbert County and ultimately sentenced to death. In 2022, the state attempted to execute Smith by lethal injection, but that attempt failed when after several hours they were unable to find a vein. Alabama has been having trouble for years performing lethal injection executions, in some cases being unable to find veins, in other cases people suffering or waking up partway through the execution. Plus, the lethal injection drugs have been harder to come by because pharmaceutical companies don't really love the idea of their drugs being used to kill someone. Lawyers for Smith had argued that nitrogen hypoxia was a feasible alternative form of execution, though they later backtracked because, again, nobody has ever tried to execute an inmate in this way, making it experimental. Now, some of you may hear nitrogen and think, I've had laughing gas before. This ain't that. Laughing gas is nitrous oxide. This is just straight nitrogen. There's no high, there's no euphoria. You basically just breathe straight nitrogen until you suffocate. And that's raised alarms. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights has said there are concerns about the treatment being inhuman and cruel and possibly even torture. They pointed out that even the American Veterinary Medical Association has guidelines that require large animals to be sedated before euthanizing them with nitrogen hypoxia because of ethical concerns. The state of Alabama has no plans to sedate Smith before the execution. But barring a last-minute stay of execution from Governor Kay Ivey, the plan is to go ahead with the first of its kind execution later this week. For the latest news, go to AL.com.